Hey guys, I hope you're well. My name's Thomas Blakemore. I teach travel and sometimes triumph. This is going to be a teach video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a range of resources. My favorite resources during school closure and distance learning. Talking about what I'm using specifically. So let's jump straight into it. To start off with, there's one thing that I'm using regularly, and it's not so much one thing, it's four things specifically. Now, I've showed you these in another video where I did a bit of a tour around my current setup. These are fantastic for showing things online. I can simply record myself teaching using these pens. It's great to show a range of different things when teaching. If I'm teaching a lesson about different word classes, I can write certain verbs and adjectives in different colours to help them identify those easier. For example, if I'm looking at English and I want to find different features of a non-chronological text, I can write things in different colours. So I could write my heading in a light blue, and then I could write my subheading in a green pen, and just give those children the opportunity to visually see things a little bit different. At the same time, if I'm doing some online marking and I want to model how I would pick out really good things in writing, then I can use these to pick out, let's say, green for good, pink for improvement, those sorts of things. So that's really good to have. I've also got my whiteboard, which seems pretty generic, but that's something that I grabbed and took with me home. The other thing that I'm using quite a lot at the moment is this notepad. Really simple, but I find myself writing down lots of ideas. One, for teaching and planning ideas, but two, for obviously YouTube ideas and things like that. So that's not really related too much to teaching, but I do find myself using this quite regularly. Hey guys, so it's been a couple of weeks now, and it's fair to say that I've thought of one or two items that over the couple of weeks of online teaching have been quite important for me. One of them is this thing here, and that's a tripod, but specifically for mobiles. Now, I have tripods for my camera, but I didn't really have one of these little mobile extensions. So I just bought this off the internet. I think it was about £8 equivalent by Yunteng or something along those lines. I'll put a link in my description of the video just to show you whatever that was or something similar to this. I found it really easy because although I have all this camera equipment, it's quite complex to edit videos, and it's becoming quite wearing all the time to continuously need to edit videos and things like that. So having something available on my phone so that I can just quickly edit on my phone and then send those out to children is a lot more efficient with my time, but also a lot easier too. So I would definitely recommend something like a mobile tripod, just because it makes things a little bit easier. Who'd have thought in 2020 I'd be recommending a tripod as an essential teaching item? Not me. Other things you might want to consider, things for audio, so a pair of wired earphones if that's beneficial and your audio isn't quite good on your laptop. Lighting, but completely dependent on how your lighting setup is at home. You know, if your natural lighting in the room that you're teaching from at home looks good, then stick with that. So I'll put some options for these down in the description. Since school closed so quickly, I did assume that I'd be able to just go and pick up, you know, books as and when school reopened, and I thought they'd be open by now, but I've just not really got enough children's books. I've got two, and all the children's books that I own are at school, and it would be nice to have books available so that I could read to the class regularly. I'm put off by reading to the class at times because I don't have the books to read to the class. One thing I think I'm going to be trying to do more and more is utilising online resources, reading from maybe like screen recordings on my laptop. Maybe that's a way of going around it. If you're in the UK and you have that opportunity to go and get some books so that you can read to children who are home learning, then make sure you take advantage of that, because that's one thing that I really do wish I had at the moment. And that's it for resources. And you're probably thinking, well, is that it? And to be fair, sort of. Yes, I brought some books home with me, and I would definitely recommend that, but I wasn't really sure what resources I would need to take home. I certainly thought I'd have more opportunity to gather resources and take things home with me. However, I found that I didn't. As a result, improvisation has been absolutely critical. As a teacher, you're equipped with a certain amount of pedagogical skills, big word, and that gives you the opportunity to have a range of different teaching strategies in your bag. So teachers are fantastic at being flexible and improvising. For example, the things that are in your house are fantastic for improvisation. Okay, I don't have the best ruler, but I do have things that can help me draw a straight line. I've recently been teaching an angles lesson, and I didn't have all the things other than my pens and bits and pieces like that to be able to show the different angles. So I've encouraged the children to look for angles within their home. I've also brought forks into the equation so they can connect the two and make acute angles, right angles, obtuse angles. And that can help them start to see learning a little bit better. It's important to be able to improvise and use the resources that you have around you. So yes, there are some things that I took home, but I can't really use stickers in person. I can't give lots of practical things in person. The best resource at the moment for children is you, to be able to see you through a video, to have those human connections. So that's it. Those are my teaching favourites at the moment. It's mainly using the resources that I have within my home to improvise and create the best lessons possible. Thankfully, I also have my computer. That's a huge resource that I obviously have to be able to support the learning at the moment. And I've made a big mega guide on different online resources and things that you could use online with your class. And I'll link that up there so that you can see those. Hopefully you found this video somewhat useful. Remember that you've got lots of things within your home that you could potentially use for education. If you've enjoyed the video, feel free to like. If you are new to the channel, I usually make a range of teaching and traveling videos, so feel free to subscribe down in the corner. If you hit the notification bell, you'll be alerted when I post videos. So I'll see you in the next one, but for now, I am out.